Hey friends, it's Mr. Jim and welcome back to Kid Short Stories. If this is your first time, welcome to the family. We are the podcast that turns your ideas into an amazing adventure every single day. You know, we couldn't even exist without imaginations from kids just like you. So if you have an idea for a story, I'd love to see it. Check down in the show notes below for how you can submit your own story idea, and maybe we'll turn it into an awesome adventure. And parents, if you're new to kids podcasting, I want to challenge you to listen to podcasting for 5 days in a row with your kids. It's going to increase their imagination, decrease screen time, and we're going to have a lot of fun along the way. Are you guys ready for today's adventure? Me too, let's go! On the last episode, we saw that Lucille and Ruth had woken up to a ginormous sunflower growing in their backyard. See, I said ginormous again. Well, that ginormous sunflower grew all the way up to the clouds. And somehow they were very brave. Braver than me, even. Lucille and Ruth climbed all the way to the top, only to find out that the stinky purple blimp crashed into the top of the sunflower in the clouds, and what in the world is going to happen next? I'm not sure, but let's see.
Oh man, who was driving this thing? How did you miss this giant flower sitting right here in the clouds?
I was driving.
Steve?
We were in the clouds. I thought, we're just cruising through the clouds. How am I supposed to know that there's a giant sunflower?
Well, if you were paying attention, you would have seen this giant yellow thing. Wow, this is the biggest flower I've ever seen. But anyway, how stuck are we?
Well, it looks like the propellers got stuck in some of the pedals. And this thing over here seems to be grabbing onto us. We might need to cut down that thing.
You mean that ivy? Oh yeah, I'll go down and cut that ivy off. You gotta go fix the propeller, okay?
Okie dokie.
Lucille, what are you doing? We gotta get out of here, whispered Ruth. Yeah, but what if we were able to do something to the purple blimp? Like, I don't know, those purple ninjas seem distracted in trying to get it unstuck. Do we have anything on us? Said Lucille. No, I didn't think of bringing all of our spy gear up here. We were just climbing up this plant and... Wait a second, said Ruth. Those little berry things that you pulled off, do you still have some in your pocket? Lucille reached inside of her pocket and pulled out 2 of those berries. You mean these? Yeah. They smell so amazing. I can't imagine the purple ninjas or Dr. Stinky Breath would want some of those exploding in their blimp. What do you think? Do you think we should grab some more and toss them inside of the blimp? See what happens? I love the way you think, Ruth. Come on. Lucille and Ruth carefully climbed back down to where some more of those very amazingly beautiful smelling berries. They weren't exactly berries. They're kind of like jelly balls. All right, my pockets are filled too, said Ruth. Same over here, said Lucille. They had grabbed as many of these things as possible and then carefully climbed back up towards the top.
How did this ivy get stuck on here in the first place? It's like it keeps growing faster than I'm able to cut it off. Oh, it looks like the source of it is way over here. I just gotta bend down and reach for it.
Hurry! I think the purple ninja's distracted. Now's our chance, said Lucille. One by one, Ruth and Lucille grabbed those very beautiful smelling jelly balls and threw them inside of the blimp. Splat! 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 When they hit, they were almost like water balloons that exploded all over the blimp and instantly filled it with the most wonderful smelling flower smell. Kind of like if I were to dry my clothes and put in a nice little dryer sheet and it smelled like flowers. That's what it smelled like. Purple ninjas, what is going on and what is that smell? Ruth, I think now's our cue. We gotta get out of here. Let's get back down to the ground, said Lucille. I'm right with you. Come on. Ruth and Lucille started to slide down the stem of this ginormous sunflower. Almost like a fire pole, they slid all the way back down to the ground. And it was just in time because those purple ninjas were getting called back in by Dr. Stinky Breath.
Hey, sorry about that, boss. Steve crashed this thing into a giant sunflower, and, so we're just getting unstuck. We'll be out of here in no time.
But that is not the biggest problem. I smell good smelling things like flowers all over the blimp. How did this happen?
Steve, where are you?
I'm over here. I was getting the propeller unstuck. What's the matter?
It smells, not good. Well, it smells good, which is not good. You know what I mean?
Purple ninjas, get this dirtied up. Get the dirty spray and start stinking this place up. You should have seen it. The purple ninjas were running around like crazy looking for some stinky spray to make their blimp stinky again. I'm pretty sure that Lucille and Ruth sent a good message for that purple stinky blimp to stay away from here, or else they'll get, flour sprayed with some jelly balls. Wow, great job, Lucille and Ruth. That was an amazing adventure. I can't believe that magical seed from your grandparents actually grew into that giant sunflower. Wow. Even though this is the end of our story, I think it's only just the beginning of Lucille and Ruth's amazing adventures that lie ahead. I wonder what they're going to turn that giant sunflower into. Maybe they'll put a treehouse in it. Well, I guess it's not a tree. Maybe it'd be like a flower house. Yeah, that's a good idea. They should build a giant flower house in their giant sunflower plant. But that, my friends, is an adventure for another story. The end. Hey friends, I need your help celebrating a birthday. Drumroll, please. Happy birthday, Holland, who's turning 7 years old. Holland loves his cats, Annie, Jack, and Pamphlet. He knows tons about sea creatures and wants to be a zoologist when he grows up. Oh, and he's also like a Lego master builder. Holy smokes. I'm so glad we got to celebrate you on your big day, Holland. Happy 7th birthday. Well, friends, I hope you all have a super duper day, and I'll see you on our next adventure. Bye.